Hello, everybody. Welcome back, my beautiful soul tribe. Welcome back to Tarot Talk Live. My name is Catherine. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. And if everybody would do me a favor, please hit those like buttons so that we can help get the notifications out and help notify everyone else about this reading. So please do me a favor and hit that like button if you would please. Um, I know I've been asking, but I am at this point really just begging for you guys' um, just cooperation with me. I'm just trying to see something. So if I can get everyone who is present here in the building and listening to hit that like button for me. All right. So that I can get an accounting of what's happening. Okay. With the percentages. Okay. I just want to see how that works. So hit the like button and see if we can notify everyone else that is subscribed to the channel and has their notifications on. And if you would go and check and make sure that your notifications are set for all so that you can be notified when all of my readings are uploading. I think that may be also one of the issues as well. So make sure that you are subscribed, but also make sure that you are notified for all of my videos. All right. And hit the like button. All right. Let's get started. So in the last reading, we kind of left on a cliffhanger. Um, and I know that also in the one of the previous readings, we were asking which one of Nancy's children, you know, were responsible for any aspect of her taking. And it's interesting because we got this shift card here. We got spiritual knowledge in the reverse, okay? And then we got, or spiritual cleansing in the reverse, I'm sorry. And then we got the shift card and the knowledge card. Now, I said the shift card is interesting because if you shift it, it kind of looks like an hourglass, right? Which is considered like a measure of time. But it also, if you look at it, shift the way that your mind is looking at it, doesn't this look like the letter A? I'm just asking you guys to have an open mind when you look at tarot. When questions are asked, you may not get answers in the way that you necessarily are expecting. You have to have an open mind. I'm seeing an A, okay? And I'm also seeing a book. More evidence, more correlation, let's just say, okay? So none of it is evidence. This is all alleged. This is energy. I'm reading the energy. You all take it how you want to take it. We're not accusing anyone of any crimes on the show. We never do. That is not what this channel is about. All of my disclaimers are below. They're also on my main channel page, just in case anybody ever gets it twisted. We are not accusing anyone on this channel of any crime, but I am asking you guys to use the open mind, okay? I am asking you guys to not close your mind to certain things. Spiritual cleansing in the reverse is also an indication of someone who has a guilty conscience. That's something that I wanted to bring up that I did not mention in the previous reading. So I just kind of left these cards out to kind of show you that, listen, I got a whole nother message when I shifted that card to the right. I'm looking at the letter A here. And then we have this book. Okay. We have message here and we have the death card. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. Let's see what was under the deck. Under the deck. So we have focus. Hold on. Okay, the next cards. That's what I wanted to look at. The next cards. Okay, so we were going from the top of the deck. So we have safe travel, which is coming up again. This travel card keeps coming up every time we talk about Annie. Every single time. And y'all, look at this word, nature. In the ransom letter, didn't it say she's buried with nature? Weren't we saying that that is like very poetic? It sounds very poetic. We have nature spirits here in safe travel, y'all. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You tell me what you think. How does it even make you feel? Just seeing these cards and us talking about her. We have good fortune here. And we have courage, which is lightning, which is also likened to the tower. It's telling me that there is going to be something that's going to come up. There's also an energy of needing money and needing it quickly, and safe travel, traveling somewhere where she feels she will be safe. So I'm curious. You all tell me. We have relief. You tell me where you think Annie and Tommaso are located. Where are they, folks? I'm just wanting to know. Inquiring minds just want to know, because that would settle a lot of the questions and a lot of the speculation that is coming out of these readings. I just wanted to know. But let's move on, you guys. I promised that we would take a close look at motive again in this case. Okay, the why, the what fors. Was it revenge? Was it anger or passion? Distraction, maybe? Okay, or was it money? Now, just think on the last reading that we did, you guys, and go back and watch it for those of you who didn't. I will pin a link in the comments. But that reading, we kept getting distracted, or at least I kept getting distracted during that reading, you guys. Everything kept happening in the last video, from the camera trying to shut itself off. Okay, throughout the course of the video, you all check it out. It was happening literally, and I wasn't touching anything. To the Netflix volume on my TV in the other room, just randomly going loud. I had loud neighbors that were making like strange noises and etc. It just kept happening throughout the entire video. It was one distraction after the next. So I tend to look at everything when I'm having a reading, even things that are outside external factors that may kick into the reading. I tend to pay attention to those things because it kind of is like the energy will pull in from the energy around me and things that are happening around me. So, you know, speaking of distractions, you guys, it, think about this. If Kash Patel said things that hurt the case, then what purpose did the White House truly have? I'm just asking a question. If Kash Patel said things that hurt the case, then what purpose did the White House truly have? Why were they truly there if that's he inevitably ended up doing was hurting the case? These are claims coming straight out of Pima County and Sheriff Nono's office. So if that's the case, and if that has any semblance of being true, more back to the original video when I asked, was this case fumble by design, is starting to really reek, and I mean reek like smell. So let's just kind of see what the cards say, because I am curious. I think I'm going to look at the sacred symbols just to see what comes out here. What purpose did the White House truly have in the beginning? Like, why did the White House show up? What was their purpose? Guides, guides. Interesting. Because this is like water. It looks like waves of water. Someone guiding you through the ocean, someone to be a guide in a massive ocean. Okay. There's the energy of someone who is able to pinpoint, okay, and find things. But what's interesting is that these waves are pretty vast, right? And there's a lot of them, which is telling me that this is turmoil. I've said the entire time, or at least since very early on, after I was made to know who Savannah was and what exactly what her role was in this whole thing, I just started to question everything because I was already questioning the White House at the time. So my thing is, why are they sticking their noses into this? Of what meaning would it have for them? And then they were like, well, Savannah was the one that did that interview. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because, certain people at the White House they hold grudges and they don't let things go. They're very petty, very immature. I said it, very immature. And they will hold a very petty grudge for a long time. And I think this is exactly what happened. I think that they were there to cause more turmoil than they were to calm things down. We have air. We have relief under the deck. And we have shift coming up under the deck. So, do you think that it was potentially to shift the way that things were moving? Do you think it could have been to guide things in a different direction for purposes of providing relief to someone, easing someone's mind so that they didn't have to worry about this thing shifting in a different direction or in a direction that maybe led back to them, perhaps? And air is all about communication. It's all about communication. So, shifting communication to provide relief, okay, or to take the strain or worry off of someone's mind about something getting out, perhaps. Maybe people were nervous. I don't know. Let's see. What was the purpose of the White House? Let's look at Beach Soul Oracle and then we'll look at the tarot. Okay. Well, we got cards that came out. So we have the axe, breaking up, separation, stopping a pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. It could also be an energy of chopping something down, okay? Stopping it in its tracks, cutting it down. We have addiction here. This is someone who is obsessed with something. This is all about possession and control. This also talks about having some sort of a block a restraint, something that is blocking you or keeping you from getting to something. Someone who is obsessed with stopping something in its tracks, stopping the pattern before it gets out of hand. Someone is obsessed with the idea of stopping something in its tracks and not having it go any further, stopping the spread of something. We have the dragonfly in the reverse, which is very interesting because this is all about keeping things in the dark. The dragonfly in the upright is about bringing things to the light, people finding out truths, being lighthearted and finding out things coming to the light. This is in the reverse. Someone is wanting to keep something hidden. So, if sending the FBI was not to assist in bringing things to the light, then what is the other obvious explanation? It was existing to hide certain things, keep things hidden and in the dark. We have the chaser under the deck. We have the girl with a snake. And we have not enough. To me, this is an energy of catch and kill. Catch and kill is a term that is used by journalists, and it's used when there's information that's out there that people of interest, certain people of interest, do not want to go public. They will pay, or they will use their power to catch and kill a story before it spreads to the public. Do you see what I mean? Make it go away. Is that what happened? Was there someone there to chase down this situation and make it so that there was not enough evidence to lead back to any specific entity? Perhaps. Let's look at the tarot messages, you guys. Big implications, but this is just allegations. This is not any sort of, accusation. This is not anyone pointing to any guilt of any one person or persons. This is just energy, and we're just asking questions. That card just wanted to come out. You saw it. You saw it. We're going to look at it in just a second. But let's see, what else do we have here? Okay. What was the purpose for the White House? Oh, interesting. So we got that Knight of Wands has fallen out. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Under the deck, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is interesting because the Page of Swords is all about someone asking questions, being curious, even nosy perhaps. But this is an indication of getting information that is not from the source, third party, secondhand. This also indicates someone getting in the middle. This also indicates someone who's anxious. They're curious. They're asking questions because they want to know what certain other people know, perhaps. So the Page of Swords is a very elusive character, but a very inquisitive one. Okay. So the White House was there perhaps asking questions to get information to find out who knew what. We have the Six of Pentacles, which represents one-sided. This represents information that they are holding or know, perhaps, that maybe others don't, or they're trying to find out what information others may have that they don't have. It's a one-sided deal. We have the Strength card and the Three of Swords. This represents someone who's trying to hold back some sort of trauma. They're trying to hold it back. They're trying to protect something regarding some sort of trauma. There's also an energy of trying to protect information that could come out and cause a lot of healing. I mean, a lot of healing, a lot of heartbreak, that could cause a lot of heartbreak, a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt, and a lot of pain. So, protecting something that could potentially hurt someone. Doesn't that sound interesting? We all say that the FBI is the White House's police force. So we have, interesting. So we have the Chariot chasing a situation. This could be exactly what I said. We have the Chaser and the Chariot. And look, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is all about miscommunication. This is all about miscommunication, sadness. This is some sort of a lie that's being told. But we have the Knight of Wands. So someone has told some sort of a lie that has hurt someone or has caused some sort of physical pain. We have the Chariot here, and we have the Knight of Wands. Someone is running. Someone is avoiding. They're avoiding the truth. We have the Ace of Wands and the Five of Cups under the deck. Anger and sadness. There's some sort of trauma that has taken place. There was some sort of an act of aggression. Someone lost their temper, and there was some trauma that was experienced. But we have the Four of Wands. This is all about a commitment or a promise. And with the Page of Pentacles here, this is all about information. Someone knowing the answers or having information. Okay, Eight of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So there's a lot of talking, but I feel like there are a lot of things, there are a lot of miscommunications that are being told. People are being sent in different directions. I'm getting an energy of allowing miscommunication to go rampant, not doing things in a way that would bring about any sort of real results. It's like someone who is at a situation to provide support, but they are not providing it on purpose. Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups. It seemed like everything that they were supposed to be doing, they did the opposite. I think that there's an energy of someone who was sent in a situation to thwart, to make things go left, to not be the support that was expected, knowing that it's going to cause issues down the road. Y'all, this is absolutely insane. This is insane. Now, another one of the random things that came up that I did say I was going to address, or at least ask the cards, is how did a Annie and Tommaso meet? Did Tommaso come here for purposes of being with Annie, or was he already here when he met her? How did that happen? How did Annie and Tommaso meet? Let's see. How did Annie and Tommaso meet? How did Annie and Tommaso meet? How did Annie and Tommaso meet? Okay, so we have running, praying, fed up, under the deck, family, romance, happily single, and cope. Living in the moment, trickster, thug, and Jezebel, which I don't know why I felt that energy in the last reading. When we were talking about them, we had the Jezebel card come out and the thug card. Um, I feel that one person was very obsessive or addictive, let's just say, had an addictive personality, um, obsessed with having a family or being in a relationship here. And I feel that someone took advantage of that with almost like with this praying card here with running, praying, and fed up. It's almost like there's an energy of someone was praying or praying on someone who was praying for something. I'm getting an energy of somebody who was fed up. They wanted to be in a relationship. They were, looking for someone. I feel that there was a trickster energy and a Jezebel energy. And I feel that the trickster recognized this energy and took advantage. I feel that with living in the moment and happily single, I feel like Tommaso was happily single and just living in the moment when Annie came along. And I feel like she was a very easy target or very easy prey. Something about Annie attracted Tommaso. But this doesn't tell me where they met. We have a beach here, outdoors. Where did Annie and Tommaso meet? kisses, blowing kisses. Maybe she was at a distance. She was not like with him. It was a fairy tale romance. Self-indulgence. Sunglasses. Kisses, self-indulgence, and sunglasses. Yeah, this is an energy of somebody who's at a distance, I feel. Shadow work, self-worth, sunglasses. Mm-hmm. Not today, and palm tree. So there was a meeting on a vacation. Okay, not today, palm tree, coffee cup. Yeah, there's an energy of they met, but they didn't meet right away. They met later. We have healing heart, girl talk, and talking. Hand of cards, and then abundance with engagement rings. So I feel that when they met, she was like going through some sort of a breakup or something to that nature. I feel like it was after she got over this that they started talking and talking more heavily. I feel like with Hand of Cards, Abundance, and Engagement Ring, I feel like things started to really take off. I feel like there was some sort of a proposal, and that's when he came here. I don't think that he came here and met her. I think he met her from overseas. They began talking, it began to become more serious, and I think that at that point there was a proposal. And I think he came here for the purpose of literally marrying her. Okay? That's my take. Y'all, we're going to do the research and find out. Okay? But I just wanted to look at the cards. I said I would, so I did. All right. So, um, now for the main focus of the reading today. What was the ultimate motive behind Nancy's taking? Was it revenge, anger, passion, distraction, or money? Was it revenge, anger, and passion, distraction, or money? Says no strings. So whoever did this has no ties really to her. Interesting. Fell love, feelings in the reverse. Okay. And not happy in the reverse. So someone who's not connected but in their feelings. They're not connected. They didn't have any feelings towards Nancy. But with spell love, they were trying to make someone else pay. They were trying to make someone else pay. And they did it. Look, love, hate. They were doing it. It says debt here. and losing sleep. It's like somebody wanted to make someone pay. I'm telling you. It's like someone felt that somebody owed them and they wanted to teach them a lesson, and they were not going to rest until it was done. I'm telling you right now. Wow. Mm-mm. This was revenge. This was pure revenge. There is no money coming up here. No money. Bad credit, debt, unemployment. This has nothing to do with money. Feelings in the reverse. Somebody was not feeling a situation. I feel like there's an energy of they had, there was no strings. They had no care about this person specifically. They just wanted to get back at someone. They couldn't sleep until this was carried out. Wow. And with Smeg's addiction, this is someone who has some sort of a thwarted mentality when it comes to something of this nature, you guys. They wanted to they wanted to teach a lesson. They wanted to teach a lesson. We have goodbye, police station, legal matters, and massive regrets. You tell me. Somebody is suffering some sort of a legal matter because of perhaps this situation, and they are wanting to um, make someone else pay. Cycles, triggers, and lessons, y'all. I told you this person, they wanted to teach a lesson. Cycle is closing, and we have my way, and we have karmic lesson. I'm done. I'm done, y'all. Reading is over. We just answered that question in like 5 seconds. This was for revenge. And I thought this was going to take forever. The next reading, we're going to get into why. Why? What is the revenge about? Okay. Inquiring minds want to know, why are we taking revenge out on the Guthrie family? And who in the Guthrie family is responsible, and what did they do? Okay. We're going to look at it in the next message, you guys. I hope you guys are looking at this with open minds. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.